This is Ben, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make your ex want you again. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to upload more videos about getting your ex back and self-development. Now, the first thing, I have my list here, I'm going to go through my list. The first thing, if you want to get your ex to want you again, there are certain things you must avoid. This is more about not making mistakes and things that you should not do than things that you should do. And the first thing is any uncalibrated attempt for reconciliation. This is one of the biggest ones. And when I work with guys, they tell me their story and what happens. Usually there's a breakup or there's divorce, and after divorce they go and say, oh, you know what, I just want to be back together with you. No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't matter how badly you want it to happen. If you want to get back together with your ex, it has to be planned step by step, and you have to calibrate. What is calibration? Calibration basically means you gauge and see what is the level of interest and the level of certain emotions that your ex has. If the interest level is low, which most of the times guys miss, there's absolutely no point to escalate or try to get back together. It has to have a certain level, a minimum level, then there's a certain way that you bring it up. So that is the biggest mistake guys make, and their ex doesn't want them because she thinks like this dude doesn't even get it. I'm not even there. I just want to be friends. That's why you get friend zone. That's why she says, look, this is too much. This is too much on me. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to get hurt. I need to heal. If you can calibrate, it's like a superpower. Then you realize where she's at. And that's one of the things that I teach you in the program, micro-calibration. So you can see exactly what she's thinking, where she's at emotionally. And only then you can make the right move. Because really, if you think about it, without calibration, doing anything is not going to be possible. Imagine you want to have a conversation with someone and you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're feeling. You cannot even have a basic dialogue. So you got to make sure you avoid any attempts of reconciliation without calibrating first. If you want to learn calibration, I put a link in the description. You can read my book and I talk to you about calibration there. Second thing, showing uncertainty. You gotta avoid showing uncertainty because you're working with attraction here, but not trust. But when it comes to attraction, if you show uncertainty, it's going to cost you attraction. And I've seen a lot of cases that the woman resents the guy, and she doesn't even know why. He doesn't even know why. But when you dissect and you look at his behavior, you see that he's not certain. He doesn't have conviction in what he does and the decisions that he makes, which is take me to the next one, which is lack of conviction in communication. These things, showing uncertainty or lack of conviction in communication, these turn women off and makes your ex not want to be around you. And in my attraction course, when I work with guys, these two things, being okay with whatever is happening, like, cool, you know, I trust that the right thing will happen. You bring that mindset to the interaction, whatever the interaction is, and you bring that to your decision making, then you come off like James Bond. You come off so much more attractive instead of, oh my God, I don't want to make a mistake. What if this happens? What about, you know, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Because she looks at you and she wants you to lead. If you show uncertainty, if you're not sure, if you have self-doubt, then you won't have conviction. And when you don't have conviction, she looks at you and she realizes she cannot lean on you because even you cannot lean on yourself. So you've got to make sure you don't show uncertainty or lack of conviction in your communication, in your decisions, which is the next thing, inability to make decisions. That's another huge turnoff. That's something you should completely avoid. You should learn how to make decisions. That's one of the things that I help with guys. Some of my clients, they just pay me every month to help them make decisions. Because sometimes it's a good idea to have somebody else looking at your situation and give you tips and advice. And some decisions are very difficult. Should I do this? Should I send that text message? Should I move in with her? Should I move out? Should I talk to her about kids? So you gotta have the ability to be decisive. Being indecisive is another attraction killer. A very simple example is that you go to a cafe with your date or with your wife. If you just stand there and say, well, should we sit here or should we sit there? Or should we order this or should we order that? And if you look at her to make a decision for you, then again, it will cost you attraction and also trust. because she wants to be able to trust you. She wants to be able to look at you and think with herself, I trust him because he's so sure about what he does. You see how these are connected? Uncertainty, conviction, and decision making. If you want your ex to want you, you have to work on these. Most of the times guys go and say, okay, let me see what I can tell her so I can change her mind. You can only change yourself. When you change yourself, then she also will see that, and she will also change. Her attraction level, her trust level will change. And a lot of times that relationships die is because the dude kills the attraction, he kills the trust. He's unsure. He drinks, he does drugs, he doesn't take care of himself, and as a result, he doesn't take care of the family, so she doesn't trust him. He cannot make decisions. He makes bad decisions. He makes decisions with fear. Oh, baby, we just lost our house. Oh, baby, I don't know what to do. I don't know where we should go. We have small decisions. We have big decisions. It's the same thing. Number 5, approval-seeking behavior. If you want your ex to want you again, you have to stop seeking her approval. And I'll give you examples. So let's say I work with a guy, he sent me a message. He said, Ben, how is this message that I sent my ex? And I see the message. In the message, he says, hey, I'm going to gym and I'm going to lose 20 pounds in the next 2 months. What do you think? Or he does things to get a reaction out of it. So she says, oh, you're doing really good. What this does, it actually makes her look at this dude like a little kid. Like, she's not going to feel attraction if the form of interaction is like a mother and son. She needs to look at you as a guy who is so sure and confident and doesn't report to her all the time. So don't do things to seek approval. This seeking approval, there are so many things about this that I can tell you. There are so many different examples. If there's no attraction in your relationship, a lot of it is because you have done approval-seeking behavior. You can just go Google what is approval-seeking behavior. It has so many little nuances. So you got to be careful to never do anything to seek her approval. Do it for yourself, man. You want to do something, do it for yourself. You don't do it because you want her to approve you and tell, okay, you know what you're doing is good. You do all of these things for yourself. Next one is unwillingness to walk away. That's another thing that makes your ex not want to be with you. Hey, baby, I'm working on myself so we can be a family again. No. If the divorce happens, if you're broken up, you got to accept it and you got to be totally cool. Look, all right, we're just friends. Or look, it's over. When you're not willing to accept, when you're not willing to walk away, when you go in your way because you only want to be with her, when you drop your standards, when you drop your expectations from yourself and from the relationship just because you want to comply to her, that kills attraction. And in the methods of communication that I told you, there are 4 ways you can be passive, you can be aggressive, you can be passive-aggressive, or you can be assertive. For you to be assertive, you gotta have the willingness to walk away. So if she says something that you don't like, you don't just stand there and say, okay. And she says, oh, we're going to go here, and I wanna have a side boyfriend as well. But because the dude doesn't have boundaries, he doesn't have the willingness to walk away, so he has to put up with all the bad behavior. You need to have willingness to walk away. After that is miscalibration. If you want your ex to want you again, you gotta learn to calibrate, man. You gotta learn to calibrate. You gotta be able to differentiate between no and not now. You gotta be able to differentiate between different signals that she sends you. You gotta be able to calibrate. Calibrate is basically you gauge the level of her emotions, different emotions. You need to be able to calibrate. You got to be able to micro-calibrate really fast. And that's something, again, that I teach you in the program. Really important calibration. Next one is passive aggression. That's also very common. The guy, in order to get a reaction out of her, he goes silent and silently attacks her. Passive aggression is another reason that the woman doesn't want to be with you. Most guys do it without realizing they're being passive aggressive. And you can read all of these. You can go online, read about it, or if you want me to work with you on them, you can just come in the program. We do calls and I work with you on all of these because everybody does a few of these at least without realizing. So we go through all of these and I show you, okay, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do that. And this is going to be very straight. If you end up working together, yeah, I'm not like showing to a therapist to sugarcoat it. Dude, I tell you straight, man, we don't have time to look 10 years back in your life, see what happened. Right now, we need results right now. We are in crisis. You should stop doing this. You cannot send that text message. That's bullshit. You know, or you're being here, you're seeking approval, or you don't have willingness to walk away. You can stop doing that. And the last one is failing her test. If you want to get her back, you got to be able to pass her test. And it's amazing. Most of the times, guys don't even know what is test, what is not test. I wrote something here for you. She tests you to gauge your tolerance to remain non-reactive to things that she does. If she sees that she can change your emotional state, attraction gone, trust gone. She wants you to be a strong guy. She wants you to be someone who his emotion is in his control. Because she brings some drama, subconsciously she wants to see if you're grounded or not. And if you're not grounded, if you react to that, then the whole vibe breaks down. And then she loses the trust. And like I say, it's when she does something that you don't know if it's a test or not. Dude, it's either a test or not. The best reaction always is to not react emotionally. So do the right thing. Learn how to pass the test. I'm going to go through the list one more time very fast. If you want you again, you got to avoid these things. Any uncalibrated attempt for reconciliation, showing uncertainty, lack of conviction, inability to make decisions, approval-seeking behavior, unwillingness to walk away, miscalibration, passive aggression, and failing her test. If you want me to help you get your ex back, if you want me to help you be more confident and learn how to communicate, my contacts are in the description. Yeah, read my book. This is Ben. You can contact me and I will help you with all of this. See you in the next video.